about the Sheik, baby. And oh shit, Sabu and Genie, you guys are already here. You guys are already here.
We're so excited to see this match.
Yeah, this Sabu, this episode's all about your uncle, the Sheik.
Sweet.
I say the original Sheik. You don't say that because
I say the real Sheik.
The real Sheik. That's right. Go ahead, Mario. Cue it up. We got this first match here. By the way, of course, we got our medicine sponsored by Real Kind Meds. This match, a singles match, is Sheik versus Abdullah the Butcher.
And my uncle trained him too. He trained Abdul the Butcher.
So, oh wow! So
this is a student sensei match.
So this is not you. This is not an older version of Sabu. This is your uncle.
Yes, it's him.
You guys look very similar.
Yeah, I wish I looked as good as him.
Oh,
He's taller, right? And he's like 6 something.
No, he's only about an inch taller than me, 5'10".
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was.
It's that he had a big head, big hands. So when you talked to him, he appeared to be a bigger guy, but you know.
So what was his weight?
250.
250.
Yeah. Let's
You're
speak about
220.
that. So you knew your uncle obviously in real life, and there's stories of people coming up to him in public that knew him before he was a wrestler and the way he would treat him. Just talk a little bit about how much respect he had for the business.
He was wrestling since he was 19, so not that many people could come up to him and say, "I remember you
before you were a wrestler." Right, right.
Not many people could do that. My mom could.
There was a famous story about somebody coming up to him at one of his only autograph signings, and in the bathroom was like, you know, like, "Hey, Ed," or something. He was like, "Don't you fucker, I'll kill you," or something like that.
He probably growled at him, and I probably pushed him in the urinal.
Is that that sounds about right?
Yeah.
So
in the bathroom, there's no way he'd answer you in the bathroom.
As most of, like, you are one of the most believable wrestlers that I've ever seen. But talk about believability. Like, people were just scared of this guy, you know.
Yeah, because he didn't do a lot of big bumps. He just started, going for the throat. And to a lot of people, they thought that he was real, and it is shot.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you see a madman like that with scars like that on his head going around.
And the pencil?
I don't,
and when you're giving out that kind of punishment, he can take it too.
The spike, that's something that he originated, right? That was like his thing.
Yeah. Later on, he used the nail, and I used a giant nail. But he uses a piece of steel wrapped in tape,
Dude, and talk about vicious. I mean, this guy went all over the world. He like we were talking yesterday, he made people famous. You were made famous just by wrestling the Sheik.
Yeah.
Because, like, nobody fucking ever beat the Sheik. Nobody ever beat the Sheik. Like, if you got
yeah,
I mean, like, how many? You can count it on what, a hand or two?
I did.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. But
anyways, yeah.
Like, nobody beat the Sheik. So you were just telling me some of the people when we were, at dinner the other day about who the Sheik, like, he made people. You wrestled the Sheik, like, fucking, Who are some of the guys that the Sheik trained? Because I as a fan, I know famously he trained you and Rob Van Dam.
Well, he did, like, Dusty Rhodes and Dick Murdoch, and he broke him in, and tons of other guys. Me and Rob, of course.
And he ran the entire Detroit territory up there, selling out it was the Kobo. That's what it's.
Yes, yeah. And
a gazillion times.
Toronto Maple Leaf Gardens. Those are his 2 hometowns.
But the Sheik could go around all across every territory. Anytime he came, he was a draw. It was one of the biggest houses of the year. Anytime the Sheik came around. Talk about how it was to learn from the Sheik. Like, what was the training like?
He kayfabed me on everything.
Okay.
When I first come out to train with him, I didn't see a ring for 7 months. I had to chop wood and do all kinds of housework before I even set a ring up.
Now, okay, so for 7 months, now when you're saying you were training, like, what, a couple times a week for a few hours, you talking like
every day?
Every day.
Yeah.
And he'd have to put the ring together too.
Put it up, take it down every day.
His uncle was hard on
by
him.
myself, and I had to set the ring up and tear it down every day.
Every day
for 7 months before he let me in the ring.
You couldn't even get in the ring.
Wasn't even not get in it to wrestle. I could walk through it to put the mats in and stuff.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, of course. But once it was time for anything.
Even like he'll have me doing some other work. He goes, "It's getting late. You better tear that ring down." It'll be like midnight. It'll be like midnight.
Jesus.
And
Sabu actually wrestled 5 years without anyone knowing that he was related to the Sheik. So Sabu actually made himself famous.
No shit.
It was Sabu's ability that made him famous.
Well, he helped me too, but
Well,
we
he
didn't,
trained
we
you,
didn't
but
use
nobody
that
knew
as
you were
as a
related.
crutch. What?
Nobody knew that he was your uncle. He
No.
treated you like his young boy,
Whereas
right?
as Rey Mysterio came in, Rey Mysterio Jr. came in as the legacy of Rey Mysterio Sr., his uncle.
Yes.
Immediately. You didn't get that luxury.
No, I was Terry Nobody, and then I was Sabu,
Terry
and
SR.
I'm still not a Sheik Jr. Not that I wanted to be,
No,
nor
no,
did
no.
I think I was going to be. He even said you're not going to be a Sheik Jr. There is no Sheik Jr.
For sure.
Did he make you like clean his feet or
Yeah.
some sort of crazy?
Yeah.
He really like he.
I'll tell you a story.
People
in
would
Japan.
say to Sabu,
Let me
like,
tell
why
you
is
the
this guy
story.
treating you so
Hell yeah.
bad?
Let's hear
Let me
it.
tell you the
Right.
story. Yes, the first time in Japan, they had the holes in the ground. Take a piss and shit. They have
Okay.
holes in the ground. So
Yeah.
you hang onto his bar. You take your clothes off. Hang onto his bar and squat over a hole. Well, he'd shit and it got on his boot. This is our very first trip there, and there's 20 guys on the bus who don't know who we are, and I don't know them. And he's saying, "Sabu, I got shit on my boot." And I go, "Yeah, you do." He goes, "Wipe it off." And everybody started laughing. He said, "Wipe it off," and I did. I didn't say what. I did.
That's respect right there.
That's so much loyalty.
Yeah.
He's so loyal to his uncle.
So the loyalty there. Let's talk a little bit about that. You know, like
He used to beat my dad up. My mom and dad got divorced when I was 3, but before that, my dad used to beat my mom up, and she would come over and beat him up.
yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
So that's how he's related to you. The Sheik is your mom's brother.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long was it until you were like, I want to do this? I like.
Oh, 3 years old.
Okay.
Soon my uncle beat my dad up. I said, "That's what I want to do. I want to beat him up."
So you're 3 years old. This is later
His arm was
60s,
gigged.
And you had to watch this.
mid later 60s, and you're watching this. So like,
Yeah.
Your uncle beating up your.
so you
My
watch
uncle beating up my dad. Except for he beat him up in the bedroom. I didn't really see it. I just got to hear it.
Oh, okay.
So you're only imagining it because you only see the aftermath of
Well,
that.
I'm glad they didn't do it right in front of you. That's pretty damaging for,
Well, I wish
for a
it, but my
child.
mom wouldn't let him do it.
So you know, getting back to the matches and stuff though too, like so you're seeing this guy, your uncle, going out there and like just being a maniac, just fucking tearing people apart. You're like, this is what I want to do. So like you were like, at all costs, you tell me to set up the ring, you tell me 7 months, chop wood, I'm doing that because I want to do this so bad.
Exactly.
I don't think people know that your love and your passion for wrestling. Like this is who you've been since day one.
Just about, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But see, from the age 3 till 19, my uncle kayfabed me. Even from 19 to 21, he fabed me, didn't include me in 100%. This is my first match. He goes, "Now don't kill yourselves." Because during practice, we'd kick the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
Not me and him, but me and this other guy. And then he goes, "Okay, now you guys will wrestle each other." And I say, "I wonder who's going to win," because he never told us that. He goes, "Nobody's going to win. Just don't kill yourselves this time."
Don't kill yourself. Like what?
He's-
Like because
he's
you're not
up.
you're not going to like jump on the top rope at this point. 'Cause
No, but when
you
we
think it's a
wrestled,
shoot.
we like really punched each other and we really kicked each other. We didn't work it that much. So now he says, "Now do it so you don't kill each other." No, I knew what he meant.
Okay.
I was just wondering when he was going to tell me sooner.
Okay, so you were kind of clued in, but you were just waiting for
Well,
him to tell
I
you.
knew better, but I still have to wait for him to teach me.
Is that
and tell me.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Even if I knew something, I didn't know it till he taught me.
Okay. So you never spoke up around your
No.
uncle. That's
And
such
even said when older guys give me advice, say politely and don't do it. Say thank you, okay,
and then don't do it.
When did he say to you that deal about, go out there and wrestle like you don't think I'm watching?
That was my first night in Japan.
Yeah.
So-
they called you the flying magician.
Yes.
After that.
So
Yeah.
this right
you
here,
made yourself.
I think the match has been thrown out at this point. Everybody's bleeding. There's been some disqualification of some sort. What the fuck is going on here? This is New Japan Wrestling, I assume.
Yeah, this ain't the Funk. This is Sheik versus the Butcher. Oh, that's King
Abdul,
Curtis.
yeah.
Like, the one guy's King Curtis.
So both these guys are bleeding. Something happened here. The match is over. No fucking idea. Abdul is following the Sheik fucking behind him. Here he comes. These guys are just fighting all throughout the fucking place. No social distancing.
See,
No
Japan,
mask,
nobody
face
did this.
mask.
This was like the first of its kind.
So nobody's doing this before this. So yeah, everybody sees Bruiser Brody doing this shit. Like he copied off these guys, like without a
They were
doubt.
there before Bruiser Brody.
Right, no doubt. But people know Brody was the guy that went through the
yeah.
Abdul the Butcher, and they had a legendary feud that they teamed, they fought each other. It looks like the Sheik doesn't want anymore. He's like, and Abby's like, fuck you, I'm fucking coming for you. The scars on these guys, the battle scars, fucking insane.
Abdullah would throw up every night when he came back and dressed, just like that. He'd be leaning over the toilet like that, throwing up. He'd get so tired.
Dude, I can only imagine just the pressure and the fucking.
His day, he could go. He could do some shit.
Yeah. So, how old is the Sheik here?
Probably younger than me. Probably 50. 55. Probably 50.
Wow. Still going out there fucking banging it.
Yeah, it looks good too.
Well, 1980.
Pretty good
I
shape.
was 1980. I was 18 years old. No, I was 16.
He's insane. Did he ever speak, or is that something that you?
No, he never spoke on camera, but he could speak, of course.
Right. Obviously.
Everybody thought he didn't speak Arabic. He spoke gibberish, but it's Arabic. It's just the same word over and over.
Is that right?
Get out of my way.
That's interesting. Well, we have more coming up here on this. Is there more? Is there more of this still?
I don't know.
Oh shit! I don't think this is over.
Well, did the ref just say Abdullah was the winner? Didn't he just hold
but
his arm?
they're still fighting because they have this grudge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Get the heat back.
so I know the match that we're about to watch before this was from 1979. So they teamed in 1979. So was it like a mentor, a teacher-student thing, and then it became a feud?
I think this was right before they got together to fight the Funks. I think. Because I think they
So why did they come together? They were like,
they're two guys that can't kill each other.
Yeah.
And they're the same style.
Yeah.
Abdullah is just a bigger guy.
And neither one was gonna take the ball.
No. So they kept blaming it on the other guy. He'll take it.
All right, we'll do it next time. What a great way to book to rebook it right there, right?
Yeah.
They're like, all right, let's come back and do it again next month.
Yep.
Speaking of that, we're gonna take a break real quick. We'll be right back with Abdul the Butcher and the Sheik against the Funk Brothers.
You know, I've been a part of some pretty terrific things. Great things. I've been a captain of industry, a real estate mogul, a TV star, and even the greatest president the world has ever known. But nothing has come close to the greatness that I have bestowed upon the globe than buying a pro wrestling school. That's right, I'm here to make wrestling great again. Do you want to be a pro wrestler? Your name in lights? The biggest, the baddest, the greatest in all of history? Well, that seat's taken. But if you want to run with the big dogs, the Trumperer has a solution for you. Train with me, a real WWE Hall of Famer, at my new pro wrestling school, Donald Trump's Pro Wrestling School. Grab pro wrestling by the...
Smoke Box Jerky Company. Check it out. The Box brand has everything: mushies, medicated jerky, scissor, nerd rope bites, all sorts of mushy gummies and chocolates. You can get them on Instagram at Smoke Box Jerky Co. Sabu, I can't wait for this match right here. It's the Sheik and Abdul the Butcher against the Funks. I guess this was like a tag team tournament. Mario, go ahead and roll it. This was a tag team tournament this is the finals of. It might be
it was the finals of the Champion Carnival World Tag Team Tournament. And from this was featured on major TV in Japan. Before, wrestling wasn't featured on major TV. This was the first time it was featured at like a prime time.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
So
This
was like
match is what made wrestling big in Japan.
Yes,
right?
it elevated Japanese wrestling huge.
No shit. So that was like the worldwide of sports for Japanese.
Everybody
version.
I know became a fan around this time.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because right after this, they started that's when they were paying big money to have people come in, and they were the wrestlers from America were like, "Fuck this, we're gonna go on a couple tours of Japan,
right.
make big money."
Yeah.
So both Terry and Dory Funk here are both former NWA World Champions, and they're brothers, both sons of Dory Funk Sr. Terry Funk, of course, one of the legendary wrestlers throughout history, one of the cornerstones of ECW. You guys have wrestled a million times.
Yeah. He was the first guy of his age and caliber to give me any credit.
Is that right?
Yeah. Anybody else his age was saying, "You're killing the business. You can't do that stuff," and he was saying, "I'll catch you."
Isn't that amazing? It's that I feel like the wrestlers that have that mentality are always the wrestlers that do better because they adapt. They realize, hey, you know what?
Well, he also gives me credit for giving him another 10 years of wrestling. He was 50 when he wrestled me, and he was 60 when he was still going.
Straight up. Retired the most ever. He's the most retired wrestler.
He retired after this match. He's 38 years old in this match.
Is that no shit?
1980 or 1982, yes. He retired after this match.
No
For
shit.
how long?
A year or so, and then he came
he
back. Yeah, and Giant Baba fired him, wouldn't use him again. Because he said, you retired, you can't come back.
Right, you're retired, you're done.
So now when he retires, it's a joke because he's done it probably 10 times.
At least.
My uncle only retired once, and that was he retired and never did it again.
You know, I just started reading, like having fans ask me, has Sabu retired? Is Sabu retired now? Just recently. I don't know where that's coming from, but he's not retired.
Well, some people thought I was or whatever, and they go, "Are you still wrestling?" I go, "Oh yeah," but I don't think they hear me.
Well,
So
right now
somebody's
wrestling.
saying he retired.
Right
Somebody
now
wrote
wrestling
something.
retired. Actually, the whole sport of wrestling retired. Right.
Yeah.
Again, at this point in life. So these guys, Dory Funk, Terry Funk, this is what
My uncle's first
couple years.
territory was for Dory Funk Sr., and one of his first jobs there was to take Terry Funk on the road.
Okay. So this is down in Texas.
Yes,
West Texas.
something like that.
Yeah,
Amarillo.
yeah.
But his dad died shortly after that. He had some kind of stomach infection or something. And so, it was a big shocker for my uncle, like losing a father.
Oh, man.
Man. So Abdullah and
New Jack.
Totally.
Abdullah and the Sheik here both wear the horn boots. What is the advantage of that? There
There is no advantage.
Okay.
It's actually like if they dove through the ropes, they'd probably catch it on the ropes.
Oh yeah, wow.
That's why I don't do it.
I wouldn't imagine that they'd be doing much diving through the
Nah.
ropes.
But
That's
I
it.
do, so I don't wear them.
Did you ever wear 'em?
No, I never wore them.
Okay.
I wanted to, but my uncle didn't want me to wear them because they're too much like him. It'd be too much trying to be like him. I'm already wearing the turban, and that I earned from him. The boots you don't earn. Boots are just boots.
Yeah,
So-
and when
And
did you
the way I wrestled, they would be dangerous.
What happened? What? How did that come about? How were you not gifted? I guess.
When he first named me Sabu, Sabu, the elephant boy from India, and he had wore a turban wrapped around my head like I was from India.
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't. He said that, so I did it. There's
Okay.
nothing I could do about it.
Right.
Just
It
when
actually
anybody
looks
asked me what was
good,
my
though.
name, when anybody asked me my
Yeah, I
name,
think
I would say
you're right.
it's just Sabu. And then they go, "Hey, they left out elephant boy," and I said, "Yeah, but don't tell them." But anyways, he wanted me to be a heel from India. And then 5 years into being Sabu,
because you said everybody hates Indians. He said everybody hates.
yeah, everybody hates
yeah.
Indians. Yeah, and then we go to Japan. 7 years after I become Sabu, 7 years after I become wrestling. 2 years after I become Sabu, we go to Japan, and Onita booked him to be in a World Tag Team Tournament. Bring anybody, and they want him in the match. He goes, "I'll bring my nephew," and they go, "Bring anybody. We don't care." So I was just there to fill in as a body. But when I wrestled, right before I wrestled, my uncle said, "Now wrestle like you don't think I'm watching." Because whenever he was in the house watching or not watching, I would do some crazy shit, and I thinking he didn't see me. you know?
Right.
But now he goes, "Now tonight, do that stuff with me watching." You know?
So
And that got me over.
That really held a lot of weight to you.
Oh, yeah.
Like because he made you earn it. Like he
I
really
earned it,
made you earn
and
it.
I was ready for it.
Yeah. Well, at that point, I after that many years and having him basically under your wing, of course you should be ready at that point.
Yeah, for sure. I was ready before that, but now I was ready.
You
for
were
the
being told you were ready.
opportunity.
Yeah, man. I can only imagine how that would feel to have somebody of the Sheik's caliber giving his approval. As because I'm sure as being his nephew, that's a big legacy
He's
to
still
live up
never
to.
given me a compliment. He still
that
never
right?
said good job.
No shit. No shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me, and maybe this is digging a little
Actually, he
bit.
did do one. He told me one time.
He did.
Yeah.
Look-
9 years after I was wrestling.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Let me bring this up, and this might be getting a little too deep, but I need to bring it up as a fan of both of you guys. That Sabu, that you are the nephew of the Sheik. The Sheik is a fucking legend, right? A maniac legend, right? And now do you personally feel? Let me answer. I'll answer the question first. I feel that not only did you live up to the legacy of the Sheik, that you surpassed it because you took that torch that he started burning of being somebody that thought outside the box, wrestled outside the box, and entertained outside the box. The believability that he had, and I believe that you took that and took that to another level. Now, how do you feel about taking the Sheik's legacy and living on as his legacy? How do you feel about that?
I'm proud of it.
Yes.
And I'm proud whenever anybody tells me a story about him.
Yes. And do you feel that you've lived up to the legacy of the Sheik?
Not money-wise, but I guess in the business-wise.
Right. As a monumental
Money-wise,
entertainer.
he was the highest-paid wrestler ever before Andre the Giant.
Yeah. And he was like almost known for shorter matches, right? I mean, it was more like a melee.
Because
Like,
most shows was like 2 or 3 matches. The main event would be a 2-hour match.
Right.
Boring.
Right,
And
right.
then he'd come in and make it a 5-minute match and a 1-hour fight. You know.
Oh, okay,
The match
okay.
would get thrown after 3 or 4 minutes. Then they'll fight around the arena like we just seen.
yeah. Okay, so that was like what he was. That's what he. I mean, that's what he was
famous
known for. Yeah.
Because they'd say the Sheik versus Abdullah Butcher 3 minutes long, but they didn't tell him about the 45-minute fight afterwards.
Right. So how does that look on the booking sheet? You know,
It don't look good, but it drew houses.
Right.
It drew great
No.
houses.
Like, do they say on the booking sheet? All right, you guys are only doing 3. You know.
Yeah, they'll say 3 minutes and follow the Sheik, and he tells you when to go home, and then continue fighting. You know?
And continue going
Yeah,
all over the
continue
place.
until Sheik says go home.
Fucking dude,
That's why that kept going. That was my uncle's call.
Yeah. The believability, you know, like when as a fan watching you, that's what really got me.
Watch this one. They slice up Terry Funk in this one pretty good.
They're,
Oh, they got him
everybody's
already,
bleeding.
yeah.
Everybody's bleeding.
And this is back when the only guys bled from the forehead. Some guys, you know,
Right.
Not like all the time or even from the arm.
And even at this point, like the Sheik and Abdullah both have quarter size divots
grooves,
in their grooves in their fucking heads.
Yeah, they overdid it, but
maybe
that's what people expected from him. Okay, so he just lost his gimmick
Oh shit!
and he caught it. No, Terry Funk's got it.
Oh no! Oh, he's stabbing him. He's fucking stabbing him. He's stabbing him. He's fucking stabbing him.
Oh,
Look at
chicken.
what he's doing.
Terry fucking stabbing the shit out of the Sheik. Oh, jeez. He's just jamming that in there. Funk with a fucking blast to the head.
Sheik was gigging there. You
Oh,
see it? Sheik was gigging.
his is a fucking bloodbath. If you guys aren't following us on Patreon, you're not seeing this. It's only $12 a month. You get all the videos. You get the
from the neck.
podcast fucking early. Holy shit. They're bleeding from everywhere. Now, how is
I
this
think
not
they
a
got his ear.
disqualification?
I think they bit his ear or something, and Funk's bleeding from his ear. Yeah, they did.
He's bleeding from his ear? Nah,
Like
that
Mike
looked like a
Tyson.
tap out right there. Was that not the
No, that
tap-
was them punching him.
Oh shit, he's trying. Oh fuck. Dory Funk's like, I've had it. I can't see this shit anymore. I gotta fucking fuck these guys up. How is it? Okay, now how is this not a disqualification, or was this a no DQ?
Well, no.
Abdullah's got the fork. Abdullah's got the fork.
The other heel has the referee occupied,
Okay.
and they kind of hiding the fork from him. But the referee's instructed to let it go. This is a grudge match sort of.
Okay. Because it's like, yo, this is the playoffs. We're gonna let some shit slide.
It's not an anything goes match, but they're gonna say almost anything goes.
Yeah, they're like, we're not gonna. This is such a monumental because this is for some sort of a tag team champion. This is the global heavyweight
Yeah, it
tag
was
team
the end of the
championship.
tournament. Yeah.
So how did Abdullah choose using the fork?
Well, he's hungry.
Because he
Because he always had one in his
he always
hands.
had one.
Look like he
'Cause
ate a lot.
He didn't want to do like a Sheik. The Sheik used a spike or a nail,
Uh-huh.
and he wanted to use something different as a fork, especially a weapon where you could see that it is deadly.
It is too.
But how are you going to kill someone with a fork?
I mean,
honestly?
Well, he didn't stab him in the hand. You don't want to kill nobody in wrestling. You want to almost kill him.
Yeah.
Kill him,
Yeah.
then that's wrong.
That's a real death match.
Yeah.
You don't want to kill somebody. You just want to beat them till they tell you
like
you're
my uncle
better.
always said, don't use an
Like,
object.
who always said?
My uncle.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He always said, don't use an object in wrestling that you can't work. You don't pick up a sledgehammer unless you're going to sludge his head with it.
Of course.
So don't pick it up. Pick it up, throw it down.
what's that move Masada does? You've had matches with him where he
Oh, those pixie
pixie-
sticks.
The
pixie
skewers.
sticks,
Skewers.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Oh, dude, he stabbed him in the arm
He
and
goes,
the hand.
Do you mind taking them? I said, yes, I mind. Definitely mind.
Funk is bleeding from his forearm. His forearm has been stabbed.
And the dude had me do it to him, like pound him over and over, like pound it.
Yeah.
And I go, no, I don't want to pound it no more. It's it's not something I would do.
So it
Not those pixie sticks.
the gross, like you're not necessarily a fan of like the gross hardcore light tubes and that.
Well,
Like,
it's
how do you
called
feel
garbage.
about that?
Yeah, that's garbage. Those things are okay, sort of.
Yeah.
Because they're a good effect. But
For sure.
if somebody hit me with the light bulb, it would not stop me. It'd piss me off.
Right.
But it makes these little tiny cuts all over you where they're not.
Those
None of them
suck.
are major cuts. Yeah.
Oh, they're the worst.
They're not major though.
Hey, what was that match you had with Dreamer where you couldn't get any chairs to hit him with, and
We had a hardcore match in Japan or in Mexico. It was the hardest ring in the world, and they kept saying the weapons are under the ring. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So the show goes out 8-9 hours. We finally get to the ring. There's no weapons.
You mean it started
nothing
8 or
there.
9 hours late?
Yes.
Because it's Mexico.
It's Mexico, and it was the hardest ring in the world.
Of course.
And
A boxing ring.
There was no we had these spots for table this, table that. and
Yeah.
There was not one table. But there was a row of chairs, but I ripped out of the floor, and they're so heavy I couldn't use them.
Oh fuck.
And there was one light tube, so I used that, and then that was it. A piece of wood.
They said there's weapons under the ring.
the ring, don't
And
worry
they-
about it.
Don't, they
There's
kept-
nothing there.
And
And
I
of
asked
course
them so
you
many
guys
times,
are
they
pros.
go, God damn, bro, don't worry about it. It's under the ring.
Fucking.
I said, I'm sorry. No.
No,
Where
because
they
you're a
at?
pro. Because you're a pro. God damn it.
Because I wanted to put them under there so I know where they are and what they are.
Of course.
They said, no, we already did it. Don't worry about it.
Dude.
Did they rib you?
And then,
Yeah, what a
after the
rip.
match, they come running. Here's the chair, here's the trash can. After the match.
After the match? Oh, jeez.
Because my match was supposed to go out sooner, and he kept pushing it back because they didn't tell me they didn't have the weapons yet. Finally, they couldn't push it back no more.
Oh, they
so
were.
after the match, they came in from the store and said, look, we got this stuff.
Oh, my God.
Then they go, do you want to go back out? I go, no.
No.
I'm not going back out. I wanted to crawl into the ring.
So here's the camel clutch. So this was a legacy move.
This is a classic shot. How he's breaking his back. He's bleeding from the hand, bleeding from the ear.
Oh, yeah.
This was covered in many magazines.
This makes me feel like that Bret Hart
And it
and
looks like he's
Stone Cold
struggling.
one. Yeah, man. He's bleeding from his fucking. Oh my God. Oh, this is.
Abdullah bit him in the ear.
Oh God. This is awesome. This is awesome. This is like early
See how he
80s.
almost got out of it and then he didn't?
Yeah.
That's work. It's not taking a bump. It's more than a bump.
Dude, that's what like I'm all about emotion. Like that's why I can't watch wrestling with no audiences these days.
That's
wrestling's
hard.
a manipulating
It'd be-
emotion.
It'd be even hard to have wrestling without audience.
Without a
those guys
doubt.
I had my hats off to them. I couldn't do it.
Straight
I
up.
talked all through the match,
Right,
And not
yeah.
about the match, about the next move. And they have to talk storylines now. Oh, I'm mad for whatever reason.
Right.
Sasha Banks, whatever her name is. Like they were having to do storylines during the match. Script,
yeah.
Like the scripts. Besides trying to remember the match.
Have you ever in your life seen? Has anybody ever handed you a script for anything? I mean, like
Later years, but
before 2005. Did anybody ever hand you a script?
No. They tried, but I wouldn't take it. I said, if you can't tell me, I can't do it.
Well, because you weren't really ever known for talking.
No, and everybody knew that.
Yeah.
Where I worked, they knew that. Okay, Sabu's old school. We don't pester him with a fucking agent and a script. We just wait for he's ready to tell us, and if he tells us anything good, which is probably every time, that's what we want.
So how do you think that these wrestlers that we're watching right now would have dealt with
They
something
wouldn't
like
have.
that
There was no scripts
today?
back then.
How would they have dealt with it though today?
Part of being a professional back then was
Yeah.
being a good wrestler on your feet, not how you remember a script.
Right.
You can remember every spot in the world, but have spontaneous spots at the last second, and those mean more than knowing every script in the world.
Like without a doubt. So let's just role
And
play
back
real
then,
quick.
They wouldn't know we'd ever want to find a script of their match.
Well, of course.
They'd die.
Right, absolutely. Let me. So let's just role play here. Let's say it's 2020 here, and this match is happening, and Pat Patterson comes back. No, bad example. Fucking and somebody.
I ain't got nothing to say bad about
Okay,
Pat.
good. John Laurinaitis or somebody comes back with a script and hands it to these guys. What do you think these guys say?
Oh, they'd laugh.
They'd laugh.
Yeah. For one, my uncle didn't know how to read, so he'd really laugh.
Okay.
And I say I can't read because that's where I learned the word I can't read. And when Paulie handed me a script one time, I said, I can't read.
Yeah.
He goes, come on. And I said, well, I can listen.
Yeah, for sure.
Then he tells the script. And then he goes, at the end of the match, you can shake my hand, you can point up, or you can just leave. I go, okay, I'll just leave. And he shook my hand, deal. And I picked up my bag and left before the match.
Are you
Yeah, I
serious?
swear to God. Swear to God. Swear to God.
Well, Sabu, didn't you like get left off the WWE pay-per-view because of Stephanie McMahon giving you a script and you didn't want to do it?
She gave me this like 2-page script. Some of it was about a 3-minute conversation of nonstop talking, words I would never say in my life.
Right,
I couldn't
right,
even read them.
right.
And so I go, how about I do this? I didn't do no script, threw it down, and walked out. That's what I was honestly meant that. Like say, Sabu's such a hard ass, you can't give him no script, so we don't know what he's going to do. But then you'll know what I'm going to do. But she didn't like it, and she took me off the pay-per-view. And
Weren't you still on the cover of the pay-per-view?
They even put me on the cover of the
Yeah,
pay-per-view.
he was
I even had a guy the other day say, "Mom, that time you had that match, why were you on the pay-per-view cover and you never went in the match?" And I go, "You remember that?"
Fucking because
Who are you
Stephanie
wrestling
McMahon's
for
an
that?
asshole.
Yeah, because I couldn't. I said, "How about?"
Oh
my-
shit! Sheik with the fireball. He put fireball in,
nice.
in his own partner's face. This match is over. The Funks have won the match.
Misdirection.
The Funks have won the match, but the Sheik just threw a fireball right in his face.
To the match we just watched earlier.
Okay, that makes sense. He was pissed that they lost. I didn't see the finish of the match. I'm assuming Abdul took the pin, and then
No, Terry Funk won.
Terry Funk won.
Yes.
Okay, and then there
I
it
think
is.
she got pinned.
Oh, really? So he was
Really?
pissed.
Yeah.
Fucking fireball in the face. There it was. Fuck. All right. Well, we're gonna take a real quick break. We'll be right back with What's Your Name. This is one of my favorite segments. That we
Right
do.
on.
What's your name? What's your name? Get started with Sabu. Download the audio podcast for free and follow us on social media at Sabu Hookah Blues. And you can get it all on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and even YouTube. Make sure you're signing up for the Patreon too. It's only like $12 a month. And you get all the exclusive videos and content earlier than everybody else. Follow the man, the myth, the legend, Sabu on all social media at Extreme Sabu. And that dipshit, Dirty Ron McDonald, at Dirty Ron McDonald on all social media. Yo, we know you're watching Getting Stoned with Sabu, but if you want to get stoned like Sabu, there's only one place for all that real kind fire at our sponsor, Real Kind Meds. You can hit them up on Instagram at real_kind420 or on Twitter at realkind421. Holla at the DM, boy. And we're back here getting stoned with Sabu. Make sure you follow us on all the social media at Stone Sabu and at Extreme Sabu. We got the lovely Lucia with us here for one of my favorite segments here on Getting Stoned with Sabu. It's What's Your Name, where we take a look at some indie wrestlers that have been sent in to us from all over the world, and we try to figure out what their name is. We got them queued up on the TV there?
Holla.
All right, this guy looks like
That's a Sabu tattoo.
it is it's Slabu. It's, this guy.
I like him.
Lucia? Where do you think this guy came from?
He's deadbeat
Kentucky.
dad, also lead singer of a Pearl Jam cover band.
Deadbeat Daryl.
Deadbeat
He
Daryl.
looks like he should be on 90 Day Fiance.
This guy is definitely sending underage girls messages.
His valet is definitely a mail order wife.
The only way that guy is getting married is if it's his cousin. Right?
Nasty.
That's probably not too far-fetched either.
Appalachian Andy.
His cousin probably looks just like him without the beard. His female cousin probably still has the mullet.
Same haircut.
Yeah, the nice
guarantee
mullet.
it.
I was
Yeah,
just
but
thinking
mullets never left wrestling. They just left the regular people. There's always mullets in wrestling.
I love
I got
mullet.
a mullet now.
Oh, this guy.
Okay, this one right here, Meth Mouth Mike.
Is this before a
Are
match
we,
or
are
after
we
a
sure
match?
this is a wrestler, or did he just like go steal those belts?
I don't.
Pawn
He
shop.
likes tweaking.
Yeah, this guy has been up for a week. There's no doubt in my mind he is the promoter because
This is
he's
before a
holding.
match.
That's not Alfonso, right?
Fonzie's got teeth now.
He's got teeth now.
He
Yeah.
looks great now. Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
Alfonso
can't-
looks great now. Just
Fonzie won't quit smiling.
He's like, I got
Nice
these
set of
teeth now. Fucking.
They look good.
By the way, I do want to point out that it's inside of a school. That's alarming. They're letting
this-
gentlemen like this into a school. I'm scared.
How are they letting a guy like this into a school?
That is it's a chalkball.
There's a chalkboard in the back
that's
with a
his
projector.
DUI class.
I think it says happy birthday over his shoulder.
That's the okay. Now this guy, I think I just want to call him Skittles.
Right on.
Who?
Fat Boy Frank.
I think he's like an Edge ripoff, right?
He's close to the edge.
He's
Soft
Dimebag
edge.
Daryl, but like a lot of dime bags.
He's 20 dime bag Daryl. He's a stack of dime bag Daryl.
Just dime bags and old Daryl.
He's fucking Chicken McFuckit.
He's like Kevin Owens' redneck cousin.
I think we've got a Kevin Owens ripoff in this one.
He's not ready.
Is that Ryan Kidd?
Supposed to lift weights a little bit.
He's a high flyer.
Oh, he's something.
I mean, he'll get pretty far depending on what he's willing to do.
Oh, jeez. Where did that belt come
He's
from?
champion already.
He's well on his way. He's well on his way.
He's an intercontinental champion.
Wait. That I feel like you're just showing kiddie porn. Like.
Yeah, actually, should we even be watching this right now? All right, next. We got next. Oh,
3. What's 3 mean?
those are kind of cool belts.
Yeah, they
It's
are.
like the teal world order.
Who
All
fucking?
the hand signals.
It's like, yeah. What are these guys like?
Everybody
Gang
has
members?
three of
members?
them.
Isn't that like a white power thing? Like I don't know.
I don't know.
They were trying to turn it
Black
into
power
that.
with a White fist.
He's Ian IPA and fucking Vladimir Stupid.
Vladimir Stuck. I can't beat that.
Yeah. Is that guy's arm broken, or is that just all? How much wrist tape did he
He's
use?
handicapped.
Is he?
lot.
Is that guy that Donald Trump made fun of? The reporter.
Down syndrome Dan.
Oh my God.
Down syndrome Dan.
Down syndrome Dan.
God.
Oh God. What are these guys called? The home brewers. These guys are the home brewers. The
Rorschach test.
Bad company.
Is that what that says on that thing? Bad.
I see 2
Bad
shitty wrestlers.
Right. Why did they
Two
make
fat
it?
guys put a mask on.
Right. What are they at a break room at a fucking
guys in a
office?
The one guy can't even finish putting his suit jacket on. Like, it's like, what's underneath that?
Oh yeah, right. Like, why didn't he put that on? Like, fucking, he's got the jacket.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
What-
he's only got one sleeve. That's all they could afford. Half the jacket.
It's his company on
I
it.
think it's one of the tights he wears on his legs. He's put over his shoulders so you can read it.
So he just wears a gray shirt.
So he's the jacked one. He probably whose office birthday party are they at right now? Right in that, they're
Right,
in the
that's
break
what it
room.
looks
It does. They're ready to eat cake.
I wrestled that guy in
These guys-
I wrestled both those guys.
These guys look like a lot of fun.
The one guy ain't that bad.
They should be called the Funkles, like the Fun Uncles.
There's a it's Margaritaville. That's Jimmy
Look at his
Buffett's
shoes.
right.
Jimmy
Are
Buffett
they
and
parrot heads? Those are parrot heads.
Jimmy Buffett and Pink Parrot Pete. Jimmy Fluffit and Pink Parrot Pete. These guys do look fun. I think it's weird that the referee is wearing blue basketball shorts and no long
The
socks.
guy with the pink tank top looks like a very flamboyant Tommy Dreamer.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
He's like the bear version
Better
of.
shaped Tommy Dreamer.
Wait, are we sure these two are married?
Is that
could
what
be a
this is?
Wedding picture.
I know they look pretty happy together.
Is this a match? Or is this a wedding picture?
I'm getting a migraine looking at the fluorescent colors they're wearing.
These guys are the guys that are still on ecstasy at the club from 1990.
Still raving.
Raven. Actually, Raven. These guys are Raven.
Raven.
Bow, chicka, bow, chicka, bow, chicka, bow, 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 chicka, bow, chicka, bow, chicka, bow, bow. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for Getting Stoned with Sabu. Follow us at Stone Sabu and at Extreme Sabu. Sabu, you got anything left to add for this week's episode? Oh, fuck. Oh, why do we do